Oh my gosh! All right, everybody, welcome back. It is from the fuck. I'm controlling it, and I scared myself. Um, I am Jake. Over there is Christian rocking it in DFW. Christian, how are you doing today? How's it going, man?
Uh, you know, just trying to be a little bit more healthier this week, or just in general, just trying to be more healthy. Just been putting on a few too many pounds, so trying to lose some weight there, eat at home, all that stuff, save some money. Sunday though was pretty fun. I went to a Giggly Squad. If you can't see it, I wore that. I wore this today at work. It's a podcast with one's a comedian. Her name's Hannah Berner, and which I think she had a Netflix special, and she's pretty funny. And other girl, woman, is Paige DeSorbo. She's not a comedian, but she's really funny, and she does like a whole bunch of other things like fashion and all that stuff. So, uh, went to a live showing on Sunday. Went to the Texas Theater in Grand Prairie. It was pretty fun. I don't. I it's a comedy podcast and it's girl talk and stuff like that. But like when getting there, like I got really nervous for some reason. I don't know. I thought I was just gonna get booed for some reason because it was just a ton of women just everywhere. Like it was just a whole like theater packed of women and you know some gay men and then like some people brought their boyfriends and I was like I actually listen to this podcast and I really like it. So that was pretty fun.
No, that's cool. That shows you're getting out there and talking to people that you might not interact with in an everyday setting based off your circle of people, right? So it's probably
Yeah, it was
that's
really
pretty cool.
fun. I want to go to. There's this comedian I want to go see. He's coming in Dallas in December. Can't think of his name right now, but I've never been to. I guess we did go to a comedy show that we went to an improv show, but
Oh
in
yeah, when y'all
Chicago.
visited Chicago, we went to
But I do want to. I
God,
guess it would be my own first solo. I guess comedy show. I guess I don't know.
that'd be cool. Yeah, we went
Yeah.
to a this is way back in the day. This is like probably freshman year of college. We went to it was the Oddball Comedy Festival, and they had a bunch of comedians. It was a lineup of them, and it's like any other where it starts out with like local guys, and it progressively it gets bigger and bigger until the main act.
Mm-hmm.
And the main act probably hasn't aged, but it was Louis C.K. Um, Before that, Sarah Silverman was on though.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
at the time, lesser known comedian. His name was Hannibal Buress. He went on, got to see him. I'd never
Nice.
heard of him before that show, so that was really cool. Yeah, so that's the only comedy show I've really been to. I've been to a couple of improv shows, but that sounds fun. Glad you had a good time.
Yeah, well, I did spend $13 on a pack of M&Ms and a water.
Oh,
I'm like, what the fuck is going on? What is this? This is crazy,
yikes, that's terrible.
insane.
Um, well, I am going to Florida this weekend to visit my dad for Thanksgiving. Next week is Thanksgiving.
Good luck
Um,
there.
yeah, it'll be fun. I'm pretty excited. I haven't been to visit him in Florida yet since he moved earlier this year. Just as a heads up, probably will not have a podcast next week.
That's
Don't
fair.
know if I'll have my setup with me. Will have the ability to do a quality podcast. So
Yeah, I will be going home that weekend. I won't be back until like Sunday or whatever.
yeah, so just a heads up for anybody who is going to be keeping an eye out for that. We'll post, I'll post my bets like normal, and we'll post our takes and our picks, and Christian will post his bet, and we'll do all that. But probably won't be in the form of a podcast. But anyway, got a lot to get to today. Got some Week 11 action to recap. Got some news to recap as always. We're going to get into your vibe rankings as always. We're going to get into my best bets for the upcoming Week 12 slate and review how I did in Week 11. And then we're going to wrap it up as we always do with our pick 'em games. We're going to pick and go through the games and say who we think will
Them
win.
games.
So, without further ado, we can go ahead and start this Week 11 slate. Do you want to recap, Christian, or should I?
Yeah, I can do that.
You're going to do it?
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead.
All right, starting back last Thursday, we had the Washington Commanders uh, go into Philly to play the Eagles. Was 7-3 in the first half, and then Washington took a lead. Well, kept the lead going at 10-6. It was just they went back and forth with field goals, but Eagles turned it on in that fourth quarter, scoring 20 points. Which I think is crazy, but I mean he did. I think he's dealing with that rib injury, so it's pretty rough. So not that historic, rookie season where he was completing like 80-something% of his passes. Look like where he's not gonna continue that.
Yeah, no, he's definitely probably capped out. I mean, he's kind of hit that ceiling, right? He wasn't going to continue to do that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, these are tough defenses he's been playing, and this team at its core is still lacking a lot of talent.
A young team, yeah.
It really does feel like the further we get along, this feels more like the Texans last year.
And I don't know. I guess we have the sample sizes, but it seems like later in the season, I've heard, what's his name? Cliff Kingsbury's offenses don't do well in the second half. I've never noticed it, but apparently it's a trend that's been happening, like since his Texas Tech days with Mahomes.
It happened with the Cardinals where they would get off to a quick start and then they would just flounder in the second half. So
I mean, it makes sense. I just never thought of it like that because, like, I guess now he's the offensive coordinator where in Arizona he was the head coach, but he was calling the plays in Arizona, so it makes sense. So that it will be something to keep an eye on as we move through this season. They are 7-4, still pretty good though. I think they on a bye. Oh, they play the Cowboys. Wait,
yeah, they play the Cowboys this Sunday.
They play the Cowboys, so they can maybe pick their spirits up.
Yeah, nice bounce back opportunity for them after losing a couple in a row against a lesser defense. So that'll probably really help them.
All right, moving on to Sunday, we had an NFC North matchup. The Packers visiting the Chicago Bears. Very back and forth game. No one really took control of it there at the end. But at the end, Jordan Love, they get a touchdown, runs for a touchdown, and Chicago, with all their struggles, get it down to what did they get it to?
It was a 46-yarder.
46-yard field goal and another kicking issue. Well, this wasn't even like a kicking issue. It just got blocked.
Well,
it just straight up got blocked.
Cairo Santos, from what I understand, he's kind of got put a little bit more of a line drive on it from that kind of distance. And that line drive obviously makes it more eligible to be blocked down. So, I've heard some people complain that Matt Eberflus should have known that and tried to get his kicker a little closer so he wouldn't have to risk that. And I don't know, man. Some of it's just got to be a curse. I don't know, man. Like,
yeah, I mean, they got the double doink. It was the Cody Parkey. Like, it's
insane. Here's the thing that's so insane. Is like the Bears were winning that game for a lot of it. They were
they dominated time of possession. They didn't have a turnover.
And the Packers scored and went up. It's 2019, and they're getting the ball back with good time, and they're making progress, and they're moving down the field. At no point, they're lining up to kick a 46-yard field goal at home to win this game. And I still could not convince myself they were going to win. I just could, like, and I don't mean to be, like, I'm not trying to be, like, mean, like, tongue-in-cheek, like, making fun of it. Like, there's just something about them, particularly when they play the Packers. I'm just like, it's impossible. Y'all just cannot beat this team. And I'm watching, I mean, again, 46-yard field goal, that's a chip shot in today's NFL.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
not if you're Justin Tucker.
Yeah, well, but I'm sitting here and I'm just like, I don't know what's going to happen, but they're not going to win this game. They're not going to win it. And
some fluky stuff happened.
And they did it. And I'm just like, I was watching it with Cassandra because I feel so bad because, like, Cassandra's like, hate football, hate sports, don't want to be involved in it. And, she's from Chicago. Her mom's rooting for Chicago. They're playing the Packers, which makes them want to root for Chicago more. And we're sitting there together watching the game-winning kick. And Cassandra's finally interested in the game, right? Like, she's like actually paying attention. She's invested. And then they missed the effing kick. And Cassandra's like, I don't ever want to watch this sport again. And it's just like one step forward, 2 steps back. And I'm just like, why you let me down, Chicago?
It's the life of a fan right there.
So.
Heartbreaker there.
Good for the Packers, though. They
stay,
win. Good for them.
7-3 right now, while the Bears drop to 4-6. Not out of it, but it's getting bleak.
Last thing I'll say, Caleb Williams looked pretty good in this game. New offensive coordinator, looked promising. We got to see some of those early flashes we saw earlier in the year. So at least you can hold your head up about that, Bears fans.
All right, we had the Jacksonville Jaguars getting mollyblocked by the Lions. This was a scoregami.
52-6 is a scoregami?
Yeah, never has been done before.
That's cool.
Jared Goff has a bounce back week, thrown 4 touchdowns, 400 yards, ran the ball well. It was just all very, very, just dominating. So, yeah, Jags 2-9, way out of it. And Lions looking like the best team in the NFC at least. So,
there are people I'm seeing it, Christian. You can't tell me I'm not seeing. I don't know if you're seeing it too. People are trying to tell me the Eagles are the best team in the NFC.
Nah, it's the Lions,
dude.
No,
I don't even think it's close.
I'll give it I'll say the Eagles are playing well. I like the Eagles. I think I picked them to win this division. And Saquon's been great. That defense has been good. Jalen Hurts hasn't been turning the ball over. But it's just different, man. There's just apples to oranges.
There's levels to it, right?
Yeah, the Lions are just they're doing I know the Nick Wright, his big criticism is Jared Goff is he needs, the perfect pocket. Well, it's that's what you do. You have your quarterback. You're like, this guy, as long as he is protected, he can light you up. Yeah. And that's what they did. They built their offensive and defensive line through the draft, made smart free agency moves, and now we're seeing, the benefit of that where, hey, we protect Jared Goff, we run the football.
You know what?
We can dominate, man.
I'll say this, Christian. You know what? I have to disagree with you, actually.
Okay.
Because to me, I'll believe in Jared Goff when he has the best offensive line in football. He has the best rushing attack in football. He's got a genius calling plays for him. He's got great weapons, a great tight end. When he has all those things, Christian, I'll believe in him. Until he has those things, though, I'm not going to believe in him. He has all those things. So what are we talking about here?
It's ridiculous, man. Yeah, this team team's really good.
And look, I gotta. Since we're on the topic, I wanted to address this. When I'm wrong about a team, it's kind of funny. It's funny. It's fun for me. It's fun to come on here and be like, I was wrong. It is what it is. It's content. It's cool. It really hurts that I was wrong about the Eagles. That one hurts me. That's the one thing that I did not want to be wrong about.
I tell you, man. I didn't think they'd be this good.
They're really good. They're
really good.
They're really good. And I would even go as far as to say they might be the second best team in the NFC.
I mean, would I be shocked if we get Eagles Lions in the NFC Championship?
I would not.
No.
At this point, it feels. I mean, again, it's early. We still got post-Thanksgiving, the 5 or 6 weeks. We still got...
49ers might actually remember to play football. So.
We'll see what's going on with the Niners, But it would not surprise me if we get Eagles-Lions in the NFC Championship. But, the Lions are going to win that game. And they might win that game by 10 points.
I'd put my money probably on that.
They're gonna probably win that game 30-20. It's not, and you're gonna watch it, and it's not gonna be that it just. I'm seeing, like, I saw somebody who's like, as a Lions fan, I can admit the Eagles are the best team in the NFC. It's like, dude, your team just beat somebody 52-6. Like, do you know how insane that is?
Never been done before in
You know
the
how
NFL.
insane that is to
It's
beat
a
a
lot
team
of
by
points.
46 points? And you're out here saying, though, the Eagles, because they beat the Commanders by 8 points at home on a short week, like, oh, they're just the best team of football. Bro, shut up. You're dumb. You're being dumb. Like, it's just...
They just don't know how to deal with it.
There's-
The team is so being so successful.
Like, this team is so good everywhere. The one thing it's missing is pass rush, which, with Zadarius Smith, it might very well have a decent pass rush again.
Is Aiden Hutchinson, is he done for
I don't know.
Could he be potentially back?
Aiden Hutchinson return. Aiden Hutchinson has a chance to return if they make it to the Super Bowl.
All right.
Yeah.
That
Hopes to
sucks.
return if Lions make a Super Bowl. That's what he's saying.
Okay.
And then multiple reports suggest he could return in time for the Super Bowl if the Lions make it that far. So he's eyeing a Super Bowl return, which would be awesome.
That would be.
I mean, dude, like, I cannot get over how good this team is. I really can't. Like, last year, the Niners, like, they were good. They were awesome. They were amazing, juggernaut. I still was never convinced. I was like, I don't think they can beat the Chiefs, though. I just don't. I picked the Chiefs in the Super. Dude, if the Lions played the Chiefs, if that's how this Super Bowl ends, and these two teams are about what they are now, dude,
Be a good game.
I might have to break my rule. I might have to break my rule and pick the Lions.
Damn, I don't know.
Dude.
I'll see when I get there, but
yeah, I'll see when we get there. But, like, that's just, like, I really cannot stress how good this team is. Like, the Eagles are good. There's levels to this, though. Anyway,
I'm rooting for the Lions.
I am rooting for the Lions too. I would love it if the Lions won the Super Bowl. That'd be a great story.
Okay, moving on to the Vikings taking on the Tennessee Titans. The Vikings get the win, their third straight win. Now sitting 8-2. I think the 5th seed right now, sitting really they're sitting very nicely in the 5th seed right now. It's their third straight win. They're 8-2. Nice little win over the Titans here. Yeah, nothing really to talk about here.
I watched
Titans
every snap of this game.
Damn, what do you got anything to say about it?
Nope.
All right, moving on. We had the Las Vegas Raiders taking on my Miami Dolphins. Tua looked great. Threw 3 touchdowns, 288 yards. Ran the ball fairly well. Antonio Pierce is probably getting fired.
That's what I was gonna ask. You think he'll be a one and done?
Yeah, man. They just look like it was kind of competitive for a little bit there, and then they just had some
tired
lapses.
in the 4th.
Yeah, they just had some lapses in the 4th. Like, Jonnu Smith was streaking down the field wide open, no one covering him. Yeah, and I just see Antonio Pierce on the sideline. He just looks like he doesn't know what to do. Yeah, so Raiders 2-8, Miami 4-6, creeping up. I think we're just above Cincinnati. I think we're the 9th seed right now, where Cincinnati is the 10th seed. We'll be talking about them a little later.
I was talking to Josh about how the playoffs could look, and right now it's Chiefs, not in any particular order, but Chiefs, Bills. Yeah, actually, I think it is Chiefs, Bills, Steelers,
Texans, the 4th seed,
and then the wild card is the Ravens, the Chargers, and the Broncos.
Yeah,
which that's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough to pierce through that. You kind of need the Broncos or the Chargers to start slipping if you want to kind of steal a spot from them.
Yeah.
Those are all some really solid teams this year at this point. So I'm rooting for you, Christian, but you might be in competition with Josh.
It's an uphill battle we have to fight. Like, I think we got the Patriots next, so we get that one. But then Thanksgiving night we have the Packers. I'm not very on the road. Not very
Yeah,
confident
short week
in.
on the road. But then you get
Yeah,
the Jets.
the Jets. Yeah, whatever. Speaking of the Jets, we'll talk about the Jets in a minute. All right, we have the Rams going up against the New England Patriots.
Kind of felt like they
Uh,
escaped this one.
it was a bit. It was a bit. Kind of felt like that. Matthew Stafford did throw four touchdowns, two to Cooper and one to Nakua. They cut to 4 points. Oh, let me look at this game. Okay,
So
New
it
England kind of
ends.
made it interesting.
Yeah,
a
it
little bit
ends.
toward the
Drake
end.
May has the ball at the end and can go win it, and he didn't do it. But I mean, Drake May.
Interception. Oh man.
Yeah, Drake May keeps showing flashes though.
He had them flashes.
He's having flashes, and if you're a Patriots fan, like again, you just want to see your rookie quarterback make big plays and do cool stuff. That's kind of what you're rooting for when you're a 3-8 team, and that's what they have. So if you're a Patriots fan, like, you're not really hoping you beat the Dolphins. You're just hoping Drake May just continues to look better.
Well, you're probably hoping to beat the Dolphins.
I mean, yeah, but you're not like it. The win, you can win or lose, and you're not bothered by it. If Drake May goes out there and balls, you don't really care what the score is.
Yeah.
So, hope is there, and the Rams, 5-5.
They're creeping up.
5-5.
They're creeping up.
In a division that is very tight.
Stacked. Very tight.
Very tight. I think the Cardinals are 6-4, right? They're the leaders of the division.
They had 6-4. They were on a bye. They're playing this Sunday. So, it's still up in the air. Nobody in the Seahawks with that big win over the 49ers, they don't put themselves back in the ballot box to win the NFC West. So this division might not get settled until the end of the season. We could probably see the last game of the season be an NFC West matchup. But we'll see.
Let's see. I can look really quick to see who's playing who. The 49ers are playing the Cardinals, and the Seahawks are playing the Rams.
In the last weeks of the season?
Yeah.
I mean, I could see, one of those games being like a deciding factor of who gets in, who doesn't, or whatever, messes up seeding or whatever. All right, moving on. We had the Browns taking on the Saints. Nothing much to say here. Saints get there. Taysom Hill had a good game.
Taysom Hill had an amazing game.
Oh, 3 rushing. 7 Ks.
Yeah.
138 yards and 3 times. I didn't watch a single snap of this game, so.
No, it was a good game. It was 14-14 for the whole time, and then the Saints in either the early fourth or late third, they just exploded, and it was just Jameis malfunctioned and melted down, and the Saints just kept scoring.
Yeah, it was 14-14 in the third, and the Saints have 3 unanswered touchdowns. So.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Browns fall to 2-8, and the Saints 4-7. Next game, we had the Colts taking on the New York Jets.
Wild game.
Jets.
Wild game.
I didn't really see this game.
The Colts went up 13-0 early, and then the Jets came back, and it was back and forth, and then the Colts scored a last-second touchdown and won the game.
Yeah, and they failed the 2-point conversion. And now they just fired Joe Douglas for the Jets. This is just a shit show, man. I didn't think it was going to be this bad. I mean, we did say Robert Saleh. We both agreed Robert Saleh was going to be getting fired. It felt right. It also felt right that Joe Douglas also got fired as a GM. He hasn't done that great of a bang-up job. I guess his biggest highlight was the Jamal Adams trade, getting 2 firsts for him. Other than that, it just hasn't been great. I am curious on their owner, though. Woody Harrelson? No. Woody Johnson? Curious on what he's going to do. He's kind of a wily one. I saw on First Thing First, they had a topic about apparently he was saying they should have benched Rodgers after week 4.
Yeah, there's conflicting
It's-
reporting on it. People in the meeting, some people are saying he was joking, others were saying he
Oh.
wasn't. Yeah, it's
I
kind of
don't. This is just a crazy organization, and then I'm hearing he's some kind of ambassador. Like he might be selling the team next year.
well. He was so when Trump won his first term, he made Woody Johnson the ambassador to the United Kingdom.
Oh,
So
okay.
I don't know what the new reporting is on it. I assuming people are speculating he might get another ambassadorship since Trump is back in office.
I mean,
now.
yeah, you're not really doing a great job running this team. So I mean, yeah,
It happened with
hand it over.
the Rooneys, the guy that before he died, the Steelers owner, Dan Rooney. I think he got nominated as like, I want to say he was like the ambassador to Israel or something. I think that was under it was Ireland. Okay, it was
Ireland.
yeah, he was the former ambassador to Ireland. I think he did that during it was during Obama's term. So so NFL owners just sometimes be getting ambassadorships.
You just be getting ambassadorships.
So
So yeah, this team isn't good. Like this team is not good. They need a lot of work done, and I think we're both in agreement. I don't care how much money, how much dead cap you and cutting Aaron Rodgers would be. He shouldn't be on your team. To be moving forward, he should not be your quarterback next year.
well, I think the Broncos kind of showed you that blueprint, right? Getting rid of Russell Wilson, saying, "Look, we're gonna kill.
You
Our
got
cap's
to.
gonna suck for 2 years. It's fine. We'll cut him. We'll draft a cheap quarterback in the draft, and we'll just develop. And look where the Broncos are now. Broncos are likely gonna be a
Well, you
potential
need to hit
playoff
on the.
team.
They do need to hit on the coach, and they
And
do
the
need to hit
quarterback.
on the GM and the quarterback. So it's a lot more complicated than that, but they need to at least first say, "Hey, we're not dealing with this BS anymore. Fire Nate Hackett, get him out." Like Devontae Adams probably just there for the year, so he's gonna leave, and I don't care what Aaron says. I would not bring him back. I'd cut him, have that dead cap, eat it for a year, and then just be done.
Yeah, let the Raiders sign him.
I don't know if the Raiders. I don't think the Raiders. Now
Somebody's
there are
gonna
some
sign him.
Somebody is, and I feel so bad for that team because that is not.
Aaron Rodgers will sell tickets at least under the presumption that we'll be good.
I just.
The Raiders can sell it as like maybe that'll get Devontae to come back to the Raiders.
He's follow Aaron. All right.
No, I just I don't know where he would go. The Raiders, the Titans. I don't think he wants to go to the Titans. Like,
I mean, I would imagine he wants to go to at least to a squad that is somewhat competitive.
the Steelers,
but
if they don't
The
sign
Steelers,
Russ or
if
Justin
they
Fields.
they do not have a quarterback under contract. So
The Seahawks,
They
if they're ready to
could-
move off of I don't think I would rather have
That's
Geno
just-
than Aaron Rodgers.
yeah,
I
like
would rather
that's
have
just
Geno than Aaron Rodgers.
that's just kind of that's just like a lateral move when you need to be trying to take a step forward with getting like a younger guy in there. But
Yeah.
whatever. Colts 5-6. Anthony Richardson, they're right in the thick of it. I think they're above Miami. Yeah, they're above Miami.
5-6.
5-6.
No bye yet
right
for
there.
the Colts.
Oh wow, dang, that's rough. All right,
Let me see. When is their bye week? They're wow. They don't have a bye this week either,
damn, man, late bye. That sucks.
and they're playing the Lions.
Oh, no. All right, then the AFC North matchup. We had the Baltimore Ravens going up against the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Great game.
Pittsburgh did it again. That's crazy. I think this is the second time they have not scored a touchdown, but they somehow win the game.
Yeah, that's a good pull. Yeah, this is the second time this year they've done that.
Yeah,
They did
I
that in
was
week
just
1 against the
like,
Falcons. Yeah.
yeah, I was like, that's crazy. I wonder if that's ever happened. But they did get the win, 18-16. Lamar didn't have a great game. Threw it 33 times, had 207 yards, touchdown, interception. Russell Wilson didn't play that great either. 23 for 36, 205 yards, and an interception. Um, it's just a lot of talk on, is Baltimore good or anything, or what does Baltimore need to do? And I mean, it's obviously, I think, what is it? If Derrick Henry gets carries the ball like 20 or more times, they win the game or whatever. That is kind of reminds me of that Dak stat with Zeke when Zeke was in his prime. I don't know, man. The Steelers, it's a rival game. These teams knows each other very well.
Lamar
The
also
Steelers
he always struggles against the Steelers.
always struggles against Steelers. They have a great blueprint on how to stop Lamar, and I don't think it's fair. But like if you want to ding him for MVP race and all that stuff, that's totally fine. This was not a great game on his resume this season. But I don't think he should be getting killed for this game. They had a chance to win it there at the end. Justin Tucker missed a few kicks here and there and some extra points, I think, at the during this game. They could have tied it up with the last touchdown they scored. So I'm not gonna put it all on Lamar, but yeah, just rough. Steelers 8-2, while the Ravens dropped to 7-4. Anything that you got on this game, Jake?
I mean, not too much else. I mean, like, it'd be one thing if the Steelers were like 2-8 and Lamar's out here struggling against them. This is an 8-2 team, and you're on the road against them, and it's the Steelers Ravens. Like, I mean, I can't remember the score I gave when we talked about this earlier in the week. It had to be something close to this. This is how these games always look. These 18-16s, 14-16, 12-13. Like, these are how all their games look. It's just gritty, ugly, just really rough football. And Lamar, for whatever reason, like, the Steelers have good personnel. Mike Tomlin is a great coach. Mike Tomlin's been around, and he's been doing what he's doing. Like,
and they see Lamar twice, so they get a lot of, they know them like the back of their hand.
I think it's just exacerbated because the same week, the first time Lamar struggles in basically 2 months, is the same week Josh Allen has an incredible game and beats the Chiefs.
Yeah.
So now everybody's like,
Josh Allen now the favorite?
I don't know if he's the favorite. I don't know, actually. That's a good question. But he's definitely put himself back in that conversation. Whereas, like, Josh Allen had a horrible game a month ago or so against the Texans. Like 9 for 30 or something, like had a concussion, lost the game at the, like, and nobody's thinking about that right now. Like, Lamar's going to get another month of winning under his belt, and we're going to go, yeah, Lamar's amazing, and it is what it is. And, if you tell me, you're going to have an all-time great quarterback, but, man, is he going to struggle against his biggest rival, and is he going to struggle against the ongoing dynasty that everybody's struggling against? I'd be like, okay. Sounds like a great 10 years to me. So, I mean,
I'd like to see him at least get one.
If Lamar gets, I mean, he's probably going to get a third MVP at some point at this rate. If he gets that and a Super Bowl, I mean, he'll be one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play the game.
Official Hall of Famer.
He might already be a Hall of Famer. The question is, can he get into that upper echelon of Hall of Famers, that top 10 tier, which with 3 MVPs and a Super Bowl win, he's a top 10 all-time quarterback at that point. But I also want to see Josh Allen get one. I want to see Joe Burrow get one. I want to see Justin Herbert get one.
There's a lot of quarterbacks.
There's a lot that I want to see get them.
All right, moving on. We had the Falcons playing the Broncos. This is a nothing game.
Not a nothing game to me. I told him.
Falcons aren't great.
They're not bad, but
they
not
don't
that good.
Suck, but they're not great.
They're not walking 9-8 team. They're a walking 9-8 team.
I'm okay with this team. You know, they play in the NFC South. Kirk Cousins just does not look the same as he once was, and he was going up against a good defense. Of course, the Broncos defense is going to make it tough on a guy that can barely move around, and he needs a good pocket. And Broncos have a really good defense, and so we saw Broncos just dominated them 38-6. Bo Nix had a great game, 28 for 33, 307 yards and 4 touchdowns. So, 85% completion. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we'll talk about it more when we recap bets, but this was one of my bets of the week. Broncos are a good team. Like, they're 6-3 since they started 0-2, and the Falcons, they just don't. They're 9-8. They're gonna probably win this division by default, get bounced in round 1, and that's gonna be their season. Like, I feel like people had such high expectations for them. There were people picking them to be the 1 seed. Some people picking them to win 12, 13 games.
Nah, I had them just winning the NFC North.
And
the NFC South.
Yeah. And I think people are just having a hard time adjusting to the fact that, like, they're not that. They're not even close to that. They are a middle of the pack team.
Yeah. All right. This game was my bet last week, and I was completely wrong about this one.
Well,
not completely wrong. It was just the 49ers
they're struggling.
They're struggling, but it's like they're struggling. But like next year, this is the most talent they're gonna have on this roster because Brock Purdy's gonna get paid. Is he gonna get the six? Is he gonna break the 60 mil? Well, Dak already did, I guess.
Yeah, Dak got 60.
Is Brock gonna, ask for more than Dak or like equal to Dak or like?
Bro, I beat him twice in the playoffs. I've been in the NFC Championship twice. I went to the Super Bowl once. What's that guy done? That guy got 60 million.
So they're about to lose some pieces, and it's just not. It's just falling apart. They're 5. It's not falling. Well, they're 5-5. They're right in it. The number one. The team that's winning this division right now is 6-4. So
yeah, they're
it's not over. I think they still play the Cardinals again.
Yeah. Last game of the season.
Yeah, so it's not over, but it's just not looking great. But for the Seattle side, though, that final play, Geno didn't have a great passing game. 25-32, 221 yards and an interception. But hey, that final play on that last drive put the team on his back.
Greg Jennings,
and he got the win, just did it himself, ran it in. That I just love. I just love to see that stuff. That was pretty great and fun to see, and I'm glad they got that. And Seattle kind of saved their season at 5-5 here. It's except for Arizona, who was on a bye. They're 6-4. Everyone else is 5-5. So it's
1 game difference. And the Seahawks are playing the Cardinals this week.
So they could definitely get back in this. They could be in the lead if
all things go well.
So
yeah.
Shout out to Geno in Seattle there.
Yeah, I came in and kind of trashed Geno in our last podcast, and he did this week, so I got to give him props. That was solid, and he's got his team at 5-5. Again, I do agree. I think this saved their season because you lose this, you're 4-6. The 49ers are now 6-4. You're 2 games behind them in Arizona. You've got a game against Arizona still, but it's like it really does kind of just a massive chip against you, and to be able to beat the 49ers in San Francisco,
which he hasn't done in their career. He hasn't done in his career.
Yeah, probably not since Russell Wilson.
Yeah, and they haven't beaten. I think I saw that they haven't beaten the 49ers in like 7 years, or something like that. They haven't beaten the 49ers.
Probably, yeah, I believe that
in a while. So that was also very, big thing for Seattle. Jesus Christ.
No, you're good. I think as far as the Niners go, like, I had them going 10-7. I had them taking a step back because the Super Bowl hangover is real. It's tough. They're older. They're more injury prone now.
Yeah,
I had them
playing a lot of
struggling in that way.
games.
Yeah, exactly. And we're seeing that. And what kind of blows if you're a 49ers fan is earlier in the year you went through that injury bug, which you always do, and you're like, okay, we're starting at 3-4 is what it is. It's fine. We're gonna go rattle off 7-8 wins and go 11-6 or whatever, and we'll be fine. They're dealing with an injury bug again. Nick Bosa's banged up, might miss time. Brandon Ayuk is obviously gone for the season. They just got Juwan Jennings back, and Christian McCaffrey's coming back, but now Brock Purdy is banged up. His shoulder is hurting, and he's day to day. It's just, it feels like they just cannot catch up their breath this year, and every week it feels like we're just waiting for this team to take off. And this is going to be the week. This is going to be, but we know it's coming, and it's not coming. And look, we still got, they got 7 games left. Like, we got time. But, man, it is, if you're a Niners fan, it's
getting a little shaky.
It's starting to feel a little like, okay, this might not be the season. This might not be what we wanted this year. So, props to the Seahawks. They went through an injury bug themselves. They got healthy. They got a rookie coach, Geno Smith, obviously. They have a good team, and this is a big win for them. Could be a turning point for them in their season. So just keep winning.
All right. Then we had the game of the week. We had the Kansas City Chiefs playing the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo Bills end the undefeated streak of the Kansas City Chiefs. They haven't lost the game since last year's Christmas. Buffalo puts it into that, as they usually do it in the regular season. Josh Allen had a great game. Was 27 for 40, 262 yards, had a touchdown, ran it in towards the end there, with like 2 minutes left, and Kansas City couldn't do. They just Patrick Mahomes threw an interception
to end the game. Yeah, I mean it was 4th down. It was over.
Yeah, I mean you're trying to make a play. You're trying to get the ball. So Jake, what? Buffalo's now 9-2. Kansas City 9-1. Kansas City still in the lead, but Buffalo's right there on their heels.
So are the Steelers.
So I mean, the number 1 seed isn't locked away, but Kansas City is playing Carolina. Now, could they look past that team? I mean, even if they did, I still think they could sleepwalk to a win there. So I would be a little bit too worried. Who's Buffalo playing? Is Buffalo on a bye week?
Buffalo's on a bye week.
Okay. Buffalo's on a bye week. Yeah. Any thoughts on this game?
I mean, not really. The undefeated season seemed very unlikely.
We kept coming in here like they're not going to go. They're not going to go 17. They're not going to do it.
They weren't. And to be quite honest, and this isn't even a knock on them. They're not good enough to go 17-0. I mean, and again, almost nobody ever has been in the modern era.
Patriots,
and they didn't even win the Super Bowl.
But they didn't win the Super Bowl, but that regular season though,
I was going through.
They were blowing teams out most of the time, right?
I was going through because I remember I was like, it felt like every week they were blowing teams out. I went through their schedule. First game, 38-14. Second game, 38-14. Third game, 38-7. Fourth game, 34-13. Fifth game, 34-17. Sixth game against this. Now this was the 6th game was against the Cowboys. The Cowboys were 5-0, and they were in Dallas. 48-27.
Oh my God.
49-28. 52-7. And then they get into a string of a couple close games. 24-20 against Peyton Manning and the Colts. Understandable. In Indianapolis. They go on a bye, play the Bills 56-10.
Damn.
And then against the Eagles 31-28, against the Ravens 27-24, so a couple close games there. Steelers 34-13. Jets 20-10. Dolphins 28-7, and then they end the year against the Giants 35-38. They win. And then they go and proceed to play 2 back-to-back playoff games where they win by 2 possessions in both of them before losing the Super Bowl. So across this whole season, they had 4 games in the regular season that were 1-possession games.
And like most of all these wins have been 1-possession games.
Yeah, I mean this is the NFL, the Chiefs, and especially like maybe you could make the case that they're good enough if, all of their weapons were here. If they hadn't lost half their receiving core, if Isaiah Pacheco didn't break his leg,
he's coming back.
They're coming
soonish.
back soon. But like they're dealing with too much of an up. They're still obviously a good team. They're still one of the best teams in the league. They still very well could win the Super Bowl. Like I'm not poo-pooing that, but like we knew they were going to lose, and it happened. And props to the Bills. Like, when it was 23 to
14.
23 to 14, and it was a fourth quarter. Pat, I don't know, did you see that drive?
Patrick Mahomes drive?
Yeah.
I did not.
It was crazy. I mean, it was literally like boom, 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 touchdown. Like vintage Mahomes.
10 plays, took like 5 minutes off the clock. They had it like at 7:53, took about 5 minutes off, and they went 10 plays, 70 yards. Yeah, he got a touchdown.
You put the game away, the Bills, right?
No, the Chiefs to put it to 21-23.
Oh my gosh, that was a 13-play drive.
10 play.
I see it as
What are you talking about? Are you talking about the Bills or the
I'm talking about the Chiefs in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, for them to get within 2. It says on ESPN 10 plays, 70 yards, and they scored in like 5 minutes.
Oh, because they count the kickoff and a penalty and the extra point as plays on the NFL website. That's kind of weird. But yeah, anyway. No, yeah, it was an impressive drive. It looked like kind of what the Chiefs have been in the past, and you're just like, man, the Bills need to score, and Josh Allen answered the bell, put the game away. It was awesome. So, anyway, yeah, good for the Bills. Chiefs, you're fine.
Yeah, I mean they don't have the pressure of having the undefeated season. Now they have that.
In addition to winning a third in a row.
Yeah, so now they can just focus on still being very good and trashing their division and making the playoffs. All right, we had a good Sunday night game. I wish I could have watched this game. It was weird because I was like during the show I was at, I'm like looking at the score and I'm like, oh, what's the score? I bet this game's
24 to 6.
24 to. I'm like, whoa. Well, then I think I saw it. I think I saw 27 to 6 at one point. I was like, oh. Whoa, this ain't a good game. I'm like, dang, Joe, what's going on? And yeah, and they finally wake up like in the third quarter with like 5:30 left in the third. They score a touchdown. Then they score another touchdown. Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, and they tie it up with the Jamar Chase early in the fourth quarter. And what happened that fourth quarter? Because it was a
bad.
Touchdown
it
and
was
just
Chargers punts across the board, and the Bengals missed 2 field goals.
Yeah, Adam Pearson missed 2 field goals.
Chargers scored.
Yeah, they scored.
In a 28-yard play, an incomplete pass, and a 27-yard play, and then they scored on a 29-yard run with J.K. Dobbins.
Yeah. Look, Bengals. It's time to have a talk because you're 4-7 right now,
and you still got to play the Steelers twice.
Looks like they're about to go on a bye. They don't play until the first.
Need it. Yeah, because they still got the Steelers twice. They got the Cowboys.
And the Cowboys, that's fine.
They got the Broncos.
The Titans
and the Browns.
All right, so they could start winning some games, but you gotta beat the Picks. You gotta beat the Steelers. Like you have to beat the Steelers to get the ball rolling.
I'm thinking best case scenario, they're gonna go 9-8. Like if they split with the Steelers, and win the Cowboys game, they're going to do
Titans,
that. The Titans game, they'll do that. The Browns, they'll probably do that. And
What
they
about the
beat the
Broncos?
Broncos.
Oh, they got it. Yeah. Okay.
If they split with the Steelers and win those other 4 games, that's a 9-win team.
They can maybe sneak into the playoffs, but I don't know, man.
They might not beat the Broncos. I mean, they have to basically be perfect from here on out. And they get 1 pass against the Steelers.
I'm not sure. But on the Chargers side, 7-3. Jim Harbaugh doing it again.
Playing his brother this week.
Ooh, that's gonna be fun.
Monday night.
Haven't played each other since the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah, that sounds right. I don't know for sure, but that sounds right.
Yeah. Really nothing much to say. Good on the Chargers. You love to see that. And then for the Bengals side, just you got to figure it out, man. Y'all need to figure something out. Yeah, very tough year. So, all right. And then the Texas Cowboys this past Monday was very closer than I thought it would have been. It was 17-10 at half. But then the Cowboys didn't score again in the second half, and the Texans just kind of cruised on. They get to win 34-10. Some interesting stats I have seen about this game.
Oh yeah.
They let me go find it. Hold on. I gotta go to Twitter. Where is it?
I'll read one that I sent to you while you look for it. So I sent this to Christian earlier in the week. This is from CBS Sports. The Cowboys won 16 consecutive games at home.
Oh yeah, that's what I was looking for.
And they are now on a 6-game losing streak at home, including the postseason. And then this is the key. During this 6-game home losing streak, Dallas has become the first team in NFL history to trail by at least 20 points in at least 6 consecutive home games.
Yes.
Entering this game, they were 0-4 in home. And I think their point differential was minus 94. And that was before they lost 24 points today on Monday. So, which I think at the time was like the 6th worst in NFL history through 4 games at home or something. So like, they are historically bad in several different ways at home. So, yeah.
And I think I don't know how true this was, but I saw something like they're like the only professional sports team that has not won a home game in their season.
In 2024?
In 2024, yeah.
That's hilarious.
That's incredibly bad.
That's
that
really funny.
that is funny, but that is just incredibly bad. Incredibly bad. I don't know how you. And before the game, you know, they were talking. They were like, "Oh, this is they were going to open the roof," and it's like, "Oh, this is the first time they've opened, you know, the roof in 2 years." And then a sheet of metal. Luckily, thank God nobody got hurt, but a sheet of metal drops, like from the roof, and they had to close the roof back. And it's just like, man, dude, the Cowboys cannot just catch a break. Jerry's just losing his goddamn mind.
I mean, and the stats are just, I mean, third down conversions. I mean, they are converting about a third of their third downs. It's bad. They have total rushing yards on the year. They have 800 total rushing yards on the year. Their opponents, have 1,500, almost doubling them. Opponents are averaging almost 5 yards a carry on them. Their total touchdowns on the year, they've scored 17. Their opponents have scored 34, twice as many. Their turnover ratio is minus 11. I mean, it's all bad. As for the Texans, this was a good CJ. You know, CJ Stroud has not been playing that well. It is what it is. But they got Nico Collins back. Joe Mixon high stepped on us, dude. High stepped on us. I was crying. Shit, and piss, and shooting ropes. I was so sad. No, it was you know, the Texans. I don't know. All the Texans fans I know seem really bummed. They're like, I thought this year was gonna be different. I'm like,
I mean, it kind of does feel like that.
Y'all fine, y'all gonna go to the playoffs and lose. It'll be okay. It's nothing to be ashamed in that. But anyway.
And I guess one more bit before we wrap up Week 11. The Giants are free of Daniel Jones. They benched him.
Good for them.
Tommy DeVito getting the start. We're getting Tommy DeVito, Cooper Rush Thanksgiving. That is eat up all you want and take a nap. And wake up. You'll probably see the Lions dominate the Bears in the morning, and then when you eat, you don't have to watch the Cowboys Giants game. Don't need to watch that. Do not watch that. And then hopefully the Dolphins Packers game is a good one.
It's funny. In a couple weeks, the Cowboys are going to play the Bengals on Monday Night Football.
No,
and they can't flex it out.
Oh my
because it is a special broadcast with the Simpsons.
Yeah, okay, it's that.
And they can't flex it because of that.
That's so hilarious. God, that's so hilarious. God,
it's so sad.
It is.
Because now we got to watch these two teams, probably neither of which are going to the playoffs. It's wild.
I mean, you can probably see the Simpsons just make fun of the Cowboys, I guess.
I hope so.
Bro. I guess.
But anyway, that's all we got on that.
That's it.
Christian, are you ready to do your vibes?
Yeah, let me go get a drink of water real quick.
All right, while you do that, I'll set you up and I'll set this up. So, Christian is a savant, really. He's a savant. Whenever he goes in and does these rankings, he kind of just feels the vibes. He's not actually picking the rankings. The rankings speak to him. Wish this would save. Yeah. So, sometimes Christian does these rankings, and they surprise him. He actually doesn't even know what to expect half the time. So without further ado, Christian, I will let you take it home, and I will let you tell us about the Vibe rankings. Let's probably go a little quick, because we've already been an hour in.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going too hard. We had a new addition to the bottom row draft season. As your usual teams that were on their last week, the Titans, the Cowboys, the Patriots, Jaguars, the Browns, the Raiders, the Panthers, the Saints, and the Giants, and our new addition, the New York Jets. Probably should have been there all along. I never believed in this team, and now their head coach is gone. They've been 1-5 since firing Robert Saleh, and now Joe Douglas is gone. Up in the air. What are they going to do with Aaron? Is their owner just going to hire a new head coach and a new GM and say deuces and leave, I guess, the team to his son? We'll see. We'll see about that next season. But the Jets are done. In disarray, just one team is the Chicago Bears. Yeah, dude, that what a heartbreaker to have the game right there in the palm of your hands against a very hated rival in the Packers that have just been slapping you around for years and years and years, and you have a chance to beat them, and you get the field goal. You have another kicking mishap. I don't know how Bears fans deal with this. I'd tear down the stadium, which I guess they are trying to build a new one, so it is what it is. All right, next we had the need things to go right. That's the Colts and the Bengals. Colts did get a nice win. Bengals just lost a tough game. Defense can't stop anybody. They missed some kicks in that game, and Joe did almost enough, but he didn't get it quite. Through the finish line. But I mean, it's a lot on his shoulders. I can't really blame him. He's playing phenomenal, but they gotta go into next year, fix that defense. Hopefully, I like their defensive coordinator. I don't think he should get fired. I just think they just need that. I think it's more on the GM than the defense. Like, they have been solid defensively through the years since their D coordinator was there. It's just they lost a lot of players, and they thought they thought they could, with their new guys coming in, they thought they could just fix it, and it just hasn't worked out. And then the Colts, it's not great when you're just flip flopping through quarterbacks, but it seems like Anthony Richardson is going to get the start for the rest of the year. Maybe he helps, but I don't know. I'm not sure what the Colts are doing, or like I'm just not. I just don't know what to think of the Colts.
Their defense is bad. Like they do some things really well, where they run the ball like nobody's business, but their quarterback situation is rough, and their defense is just bad. And when you look at that, it really kind of makes sense that they'd be a 5-6 team. That feels like what a 5-6 team would look like.
And they're still in it. They're in a bit. Probably not that. Like, I'm not very confident in them making the playoffs. I'd be really shocked if they end up in the playoffs. Feisty tier. We got the Broncos, the Dolphins, the Rams in Seattle. All these teams just fighting. The Broncos, I mean, there's a case to be made. They could be even higher. I mean, they are what right now? They are 6-4.
6-5, right?
6-5. Yeah, 6-5 right now. The 6th seed. No, they're 7th seed. Where are they in the standings? They're right there. So they're right there. They're in the playoffs. Joe Nick's playing good. Dolphins on a bit of a winning streak. They have the Patriots coming up. So that could be another win under their belt there. Move up to 5-6. But I'm not gonna be fooled. I'm not. I think, with the Packers game coming up on Thanksgiving, we'll see if that goes well and we win it. Maybe I might change my tone, maybe a little bit. But 4-6 is where we stand at the 9th seed. Rams 5-5, and the Seattle both 5-5, and big wins. More so with the Seattle Rams. I don't know why you're making. I guess Drake May is okay, but both 5-5, right there. I don't know who's gonna win this division. I would have thought it would have been my 49ers, but they're struggling. Cardinals with Kyler Murray. I don't know. They did just have a bye, and Seattle and Rams are starting to pick it up. So we'll see. I can't wait to see how this season ends for that division in particular. That boy ain't right. Next tier, Falcons, 49ers, Broncos. Buccaneers. Sorry, Falcons getting slapped up in Denver. Didn't bode well there. Okay. The 49ers, they're not doing right. Like you said, Brock getting some more injuries there this is the time where they're supposed to be getting healthier now. Guys are getting injured again, so I don't know. And then the Bucks, they were on a bye. Didn't feel like as you move up, move down. Neutral. Cardinals, same on a bye. Didn't want to move them up, move them down. They are 6-4. Vikings 8-2 on a nice 3-game winning streak, but not convinced of this team. Texans did get to move up 7-4. I knew I should have bet them Texans whatever minus whatever. I knew they were gonna blow. I should have known they were gonna blow out the Cowboys. Everybody blows out the Cowboys at home for some reason this year. Yeah, they're 7-4, 4th seed. Nico Collins came back. And they played well. They played well. Like them.
Joke earlier? Did I miss you make a joke earlier?
I don't think so. Maybe.
Oh, okay. I was reading something and you went quiet for a second, and I was like, "Did I miss something?" Sorry.
No, I had issues with a team that I probably should have higher.
I gotcha. Okay, sorry about that.
Yeah, like them. Steelers, they're okay. They're winning games. I don't think they'll go far in the playoffs, but
they could maybe win a game. Packers. I like Matt LaFleur. Um, Jordan Love. I like him. He's a bit of a wild card, but I like him. Chargers. They're playing really well. 7-3, running the ball well. Justin Herbert not turning the ball over, and he's making the plays when they need to.
He's getting more and more comfortable as the season's going on.
Yeah, I mean, he did have that. What was it? A calf injury. He did have a low. I think it was a lower body injury and stuff.
Yeah,
or something like that. So that was really hampering him. Seems like that he's kind of moving past that. So, and they're playing really good, really great football. Their defense bend but don't break, and offensively they're running the ball well. And like I said, they're making the plays when they need to. Commanders, bit of a lull here at 7-4. Game was in their grasp on Thursday, just kind of got away from them. I think, like we said going into the game, who would we trust more, the Eagles or the Commanders? And it's like, obviously, it's the Eagles. They've been to the Super Bowl. They've been in more big moments like that, single stage game. And, the Eagles just took care of business while the Commanders kind of, faulted there. Hopefully they can pick it up there. Who are they playing this next week? Are they on a bye?
the Eagles,
The Commanders.
Oh, the Commanders. They're playing.
They're playing the Cowboys. So, hey, you can, lift your head up. You can beat this team, and you'll be feeling great about yourself. All right, feeling good. Ravens. Still like them. The fifth seed. I think if they get in a situation where if they smell blood and they know that they can run Derrick Henry down your throat, then they're going to be a force to be reckoned with. And then if they can get Derrick Henry rolling, especially late in the game, and that's just going to make Lamar's life even more easier. He's going to light you up with his legs. He can light you up with the pass. So I still like him. One bad loss against a team that he is historically struggles against, and historically, the Ravens Steelers are always a tough matchup. I'm not going to put too much stock into it. I think they'll still be great. They have a bye. No, who are they playing? Monday night against the Chargers. That's another big game, so it's gonna. Hopefully, they can make some amends there. And then the Eagles. Yeah, Eagles is a good team. I don't know what to tell you, man. They're just a really damn good football team. As long as their quarterback's not turning the ball over, and Saquon is still playing like my MVP. Then their defense is playing very well. So Eagles, go fly, Eagles fly, I guess. And then the Super Bowl, another additional team. It's just been two teams for quite a bit here, but I added a third team here, and it's the Buffalo Bills joining the Kansas City Chiefs and the Lions. Now, Kansas City just hasn't gone well for them, with the 13-second game, them getting mollywopped by the Bengals there at home, them losing to the Chiefs last year at home. But for right now, I mean, they are playing really well. Josh Allen's he's doing his thing. Defense is doing their thing. And they just beat Kansas City at 9-2. Still can get the number one seed. Don't think it will happen, but it's on the board there. So that's it. That's the tiers.
All right. I won't lie. I'm looking at this thing, and I don't know if I have a disagreement. I think I agree with everything on the list. That boy ain't right. I like it there. Neutral. I feel neutral on those teams.
I feel like maybe the Broncos should be higher than the Falcons. I think that was where my pause was. I was like, should I put the Broncos above the Falcons?
Yeah, that feisty and that boy ain't right tier are a little weird because, if you put feisty above that boy ain't right, you're putting some teams above others that shouldn't be there. But, at the same time, maybe the Broncos could be in neutral at this point.
Yeah.
But, outside of that, yeah, I feel that. But no, I might drop the Bills down to feeling good. But that's more of a personal preference. Like, if you think they're Super Bowl bound, or not Super Bowl, but if you think they are a Super Bowl contender, then, put them up there in your Super Bowl rank. I don't know if I'm ready to go that far.
I think they've shown now. It depends on the matchup, I guess, who they play. But I think they can, as long as they don't meet Kansas City until the AFC Championship game, they could be okay. Now, Ravens coming in would be a challenge for them. But other than the Ravens, maybe the Chargers. But I don't know yet. I just don't know yet. Like, I don't know what we're gonna get with the Chargers in the playoffs. Like, I think it'll be better because of Jim Harbaugh, but we don't know yet.
It's just really weird because, like, the Bills, on one hand, it's like, if there's a team in the AFC that can beat the Chiefs, who is it? I'm like, the Bills. But it's like, okay, so are the Bills the second best team? It's like, Ravens or Bills? Ravens? Texans or Bills? Well, I saw the Texans beat the Bills. Steelers or Bills? Toss up. Chargers, Bills. I don't like. I think they're the only team of that bunch that I think I could confidently say they would beat the Chiefs, but they would lose to all these other teams, in my opinion. It's very weird. I don't know how to kind of square that. But outside of that, I like the like-em category is good. I think the Eagles deserve to be in the feeling good category. The neutral teams, I agree with. And, man, that draft season is just getting larger and larger. So
that's what's happening, man. That's what happens when you get to a week. Like, these teams start falling off, and we don't need to talk about them.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was a good list, Christian. I appreciate you as always. All right. Are we ready to get into Jake's bets?
Jake's bets.
All right, great. All right, let's go ahead and recap. Let's go ahead and recap last week. Went 3-2. Went 4 weeks in a row now. We've been 3-2, so we are on a heater, 60% consistently over the past month, and it's going well for us. We are 26-29 on the season, just little by little. We were 14-21 a month ago, crawling out of that hole we dug ourselves in earlier in the year. So let's go ahead and recap the games we had. First off, we'll go with the winners. Steelers +3 against the Ravens. Money all week. Mike Tomlin is an underdog. Mike Tomlin at home. Mike Tomlin at home is an underdog. This matchup favored the Steelers. Lamar struggles against the Steelers. Like, everything just said you got to bet the Steelers here. And correct side, it was great. We had the Lions -14. Bold pick. Only the second time on this podcast I've ever picked a favorite that big. And both times it's worked out. The Lions cruised past them. Never even a doubt. It went up 21-3, and I was like, great, I'm done.
I don't even watch
We're
this
good.
anymore.
We're done. And it only got worse. So that was awesome. Broncos -2. People try to convince me that the Falcons +2 was the side. I'm like, I don't know what y'all are seeing. I don't get it. This team's not that good. You're telling me they're going to go on the road and beat a Broncos team that's rolling, and they didn't. They weren't good enough. They got crushed. They got stomped so bad. Michael Penix made an appearance.
Michael Penix made it.
Yeah, he threw like 4 passes, but he made it into the game. So
the game was out of control. Like,
yes. So I loved that bet. So I felt really good about that. The 2 I missed. First one, this one should not have gone in the 5. I knew better. I was trying to force it in because I didn't have another one I felt confident about. The Raiders +7. I wasn't picking the Raiders to win. I did end up picking the Dolphins to win. I thought that was too many points. And for a lot of the game, it looked like the right side, but they just collapsed in the fourth.
Yeah, that fourth quarter was just not good.
Yeah, it was tough.
Just collapsed.
It's easy to be like, oh, I shouldn't have put it in. If I had taken that one out, I either would have put in the Colts, which did win, or I would have put in the Browns, which lost. So even if I take them out, I'm still 50-50. So I probably deserve to lose that one anyway. So I'm not too upset about it, but like, it's definitely just, as far as analysis goes, it's definitely one that I should not have put in. And then the other one I missed. They got us. They got us, Christian. The Chiefs did not cover. Chiefs as underdogs did not cover. I don't care.
Oh yeah, because it was a 9. Okay, look, that was
I don't
one
care.
of the that was one of the ones you just chalk up, but didn't hit it.
Well, it's tragic because my record betting the Chiefs as underdogs over the last year is now abysmal. It's a paltry, awful 4-1. 80% only. I know it's terrible. I mean, I just they weren't gonna hit it every time. That's not the goal. The goal is to not hit it every time. The goal is to make smart bets every week and bet things that you think will win long term. And 80% of the time, that's what we say on this show all the time when we talk about Chiefs as an underdog. It hits 80+% of the time. I'm 80% on it dating back to the playoffs.
Like I said last week, if you didn't take that bet, I was gonna take that bet.
I don't feel bad. That's a good bet that you just lose. It is what it is.
Yeah.
The next time the Chiefs are underdogs, I'm gonna bet it again. I'm gonna. And if they if they lose like 3 or 4 in a row, then it's like, okay, I might have to recalibrate and think about this. But that's not gonna happen anytime soon. So yeah, tough bet. It happens. You're not gonna hit all of those. That's not the goal. We go 3-2. I love where we're at. We're 26-29. Christian, let's get into this week's bets.
Let's get into
All right. All lines provided by ESPN. First bet.
10.5. Okay.
I think I'm going to go back to the well, Christian.
Oh no.
I think I'm going Lions -7.
Who Lions playing?
The Colts.
Only 7?
They're on the road.
They are on the road.
I don't care.
They're 5-0 on the road, and it's a dome.
I'm not gonna until I see otherwise. I don't see why I wouldn't just keep betting the lines. Like the teams that they are better than, they just steamroll them. They just steamroll them.
They do take it personal. They seem to love beating up on these bad teams.
So I'm over that. I'm all over that one. So I have the Lions -7.
Okay.
Okay, I'll just get some ones out of the way that I'm sure about.
Okay.
We got the Sunday night game is Eagles-Rams.
Oh, that's
Give
a good
me the
one.
Rams +3.
Right? Yeah.
Give me the Rams +3. Eagles
All right.
cross country. Matt Stafford, he looks like he's maybe heating up after this last game. I think
I'm
I think
scared of that defense, though, Jake.
Yeah,
I'm scared.
yeah.
I'm
It's
scared.
it's +3. I'm getting points at home. I like it, so I'm gonna go Rams +3 here. Gonna go to the Monday night game.
Oh, okay.
Chargers +3.
Okay.
Ravens
Underdogs.
again, going cross country. I just
Rough game.
It's the Harbaugh Brothers Bowl. I know, this.
Oh, yeah.
Nitty gritty game. I'd love it at 3.5 even more, but I'll take the 3. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I think Chargers. I know it's at home, but at home for the Chargers. But I just like the value. I think Jim is going to try to do everything he can to beat John, and I trust that he'll keep it close. And this bet will be alive and well for most of the game. Okay.
I got 3 out the way.
There's 3 I like, and I'm trying to decide which of the 2 are my favorite of the 3.
Oh, yeah, Green Bay 40. That's a good game.
That is one of them.
I
like.
What are you on the Green Bay -2?
I'll give you my 3. I like the Packers -2.
Okay, yeah.
I like the Cardinals -1.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Okay.
And I like the Bears +3.5.
Bears +3.5 against the Vikings.
Now, as I say that, I'm going to go ahead and leave the Bears out.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Packers -2.
Okay.
And I'm going to go...
Okay. I'm talking myself into the Packers one.
It's because Brock Purdy might not play.
Oh no.
It's because
that Packers -2 then.
Exactly. If he does get announced as in on Friday, I'll probably change out from the Packers and go a different route. But
okay, that's fair.
I like the Packers at -2. If I lock in on Friday, Packers -2.
Even their backup, it's not gonna be good. They rarely win with their backup anyway.
So I like the Packers -2 here, and then I'll go Cardinals -1. I just think
Cardinals coming off a bye. I mean, they're on a bye, so they came off a bye now in Seattle.
Yeah,
Big game.
Those are the 5. I like the Cardinals because, barring weather, they're coming off a bye. The Seahawks are coming off a crazy, crazy win. And I think the Cardinals are proving they're a good team. Like, I think there's an argument that they might be a better team than the Seahawks. So I like the Cardinals in this spot.
This is their chance to prove themselves because this separates them because if the Packers beat the 49ers and that drops them down, and then we'll see what the Eagles what the Eagles do to the Rams. Maybe if they could set themselves apart if they take care of business.
I agree. So to recap, Lions -7.
Okay.
Packers -2.
Like that one.
Cardinals -1. Rams
Okay.
+3. And
Don't hate
Chargers
that one.
+3.
I'm not as bullish. I don't really like the Rams as much as you do, but they're okay. They're not bad.
All right, Christian. Christian, a little lukewarm on my bets. That's okay. We'll see. It's fair. It's a lot of nasty, scary picks this week.
Yeah.
But these are the 6 games
You gotta
that
pick 'em.
I'm staying. Broncos, Raiders, I hate. Patriots, Dolphins, I hate. Chiefs, Panthers,
Yeah.
I hate.
Yeah.
Bucks, Giants, I hate. Titans, Texans. I might go Texans, but I don't really like that one. And Cowboys, Commanders, you probably got
10
the
points.
Commanders there, honestly.
Yeah. I wish it was like a touchdown or like 8 points. I'd maybe do like the Chiefs -8, but 10.5. I don't know. The Chiefs should dominate this team, but they just haven't. So yeah, I didn't hit mine. Obviously, San Fran -6.5 against Seattle. My Tom was favorite.
That's a Thursday night game too. You could take it, but
I don't think so.
I actually kind of like the Browns on Thursday night.
+3.5.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying I would take it, but if I was taking a side in that game, that is the side I would like. You got the Steelers going on the road on a short week after they just got done playing the Ravens. That's brutal.
Commanders -10.
Dang, you going for it, huh?
I don't know. I'm also another one is probably the Texans -7.5. I wish it was just 7. And I also was kind of floating the idea of Tampa Bay -6 versus the Giants.
I just don't know what you're getting with the Tommy DeVito kind of bounce.
I don't think it's going to be great.
Yeah.
But the Giants, I don't think they're leading the league. They at one point, I think, who's leading the league in sacks? Which team? I think it's maybe the Broncos, but the Giants at one point were leading the league in sacks at one point, which could make it tough on Baker. But also, it's like Tommy DeVito. That Bucs defense should do well, and it's Tommy DeVito. But yeah, right now I'll pencil in. Which one did I say? Oh yeah, Commanders -10.
All right,
pencil that in. Maybe subject to change.
All right, well, Christian, we've come this far. It is time to make our picks for the week. Now, for the record, last week I went 11-3.
I also went 11-3.
Nice, congrats. Yeah, we will see what we got this week. So let me.
Oh yeah, we almost picked all the games. Basically, we picked each the games.
We'll see how we do this week then. So let's go to the Thursday night game. We got the Steelers and the Browns. Christian, tell me who you got here.
The Steelers.
I will also go the Steelers. Yeah, I want to be on the Texans. I want to be on the Browns, but I just don't have confidence in them at all.
Yeah, I just don't either.
All right. How about the Chiefs Cardinals? The Chiefs Panthers on Sunday.
Give me the Chiefs.
I'm also going the Chiefs. How about Bears Vikings?
Ooh. Is this their first time they played?
I think so.
Is
Yeah.
this their first time they played? Damn. I think. Yeah. Hmm. Oh. Hmm. I'll go Vikings. I almost said Bears.
I'm going Bears.
Dang, I almost said it. I was like, I don't know.
How about the Texans Titans?
Texans,
I will also go Texans. Lions Colts.
Lions,
Going Lions as well. Dolphins Patriots.
Dolphins.
Oh.
We better.
It's in Miami, right?
Yeah, it's in
I'm
Miami.
going Dolphins.
We
Dre Mays
better.
going in Miami winning that game. All right, Bucks Giants.
Ooh. Bucks.
I'm also going Bucks. Commanders Cowboys.
Commanders.
I'm also going Commanders. Broncos Raiders.
Broncos.
Very likely, I will not pick the Raiders again this year.
What was the game you said? Oh, what game did you say before the Bucks Giants? You said Dolphins Patriots. And then what? You said a game right before
Lions Colts.
Yeah, I have that one.
Texans Titans.
No, I have that one. Am I missing or do I am I caught up?
Yeah.
It looks like I'm caught up. Okay, I think I'm caught up. I thought I missed the game.
You can count and tell me how many you have when we get to the end of it.
Okay.
Packers 49ers.
Yeah, this one I don't know. It's Fox game of the week too. It's a good one. Both. I think both are. Yeah, the Seattle. I think you're getting a good game out of both of those. Packers.
Dang, I'm also going Packers. That sucks.
Oh wow.
How about Cardinals Seahawks?
I'm just my 49ers they're disappointing. I don't know. I'm not very convinced. I don't know. Seattle, Arizona. That's a tough one. Who are you going?
I'm going Cardinals. They're part of my bets. I like the Cardinals, so I'm going Cardinals.
I'm not a fan of either of these teams. I like them. They're okay. I'm not like, oh, I love this one more than the other one. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I'll go Cardinals as well. I guess they're off a bye, so it should be better.
We go to Sunday night. Rams Eagles.
Eagles.
Give me the Rams.
Yeah.
I'm
not convinced. I'm not convinced.
And then we end Monday night Chargers Ravens.
That's a good one. That's a good Monday night one, man.
Pumped for it, yeah.
Ooh. Ravens.
I'm going Chargers. You should have 13 games.
You have 12. Which one did I miss?
Let's go through them. Steelers Browns.
Yeah, Browns.
Chiefs Panthers.
Chiefs.
Vikings Bears.
Vikings.
Lions Colts.
Lions.
Titans Texans.
Texans.
Patriots Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Bucks Giants.
Buccaneers.
Cowboys Commanders.
Cowboys Commanders. That's what I'm missing. All right, Commanders for that one. And that's my last one.
All right. Well, that's it, everybody. We've done it. We've wrapped it up. Hour and a half. We got you out of here. We appreciate you sticking around and rocking with us as always. We'll be, I guess, back in a couple weeks. We'll be off next week for Thanksgiving. But again, we'll still get you our picks and our plays and what we're doing. But everybody, have a great week. Have a great Thanksgiving. Eat lots of food. Hang out with the fam. you know, I don't want to discourage the talking of politics because I'd like people to talk about, you know, their differences, but, you know, do whatever you think is best for you and your family, you know, and be safe traveling. You know, we gotta all get back safe and sound, and so we can listen to more from the pocket. Got anything for the masses, Christian?
Um, yeah, just you know, safe travels. For Thanksgiving. Eat lots of food. Enjoy some football. Like I said, do not turn on your TV. Watch something else. Watch basketball. I think watch
Some
the
murder
NBA.
mystery, some
Do
NBA.
do something. Yeah, just do not watch the Cowboys Giants game. Do not watch that
Watch a
game.
movie.
Yeah, like turn on. Just enjoy your Thanksgiving dinner with your family. Hopefully, and hopefully no big arguments and stuff like all that happens because the Cowboys Giants game is not going to be entertaining. Um, so and hopefully my team wins on Thursday night. But yeah, take your safe travels and all that stuff, and enjoy your days off, and be kind to each other. I know it's gonna be it's gonna be testy at some dinner tables on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, just you know, don't shut down conversation, but you know, don't be rude. You know, do what you gotta do. But
Yeah.
love you. Take it easy. Catch you later.
Peace.
I gotta find the live stream. There it is. All right, bye.